Hi, welcome back into the channel. Welcome in. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Guys, I want to talk about the importance of dating your spouse. The importance of dating your spouse. This video topic was solely inspired by some real life events that are going on with me, and I felt I should come on and just make a video and to talk about it. So I want to talk about the importance of dating your spouse because this is just really important. A lot of people are experiencing really dry marriages right now. They are experiencing divorces, and I think some of it has something to do with not really pouring back into your spouse, not dating them, not making them feel wanted or loved. So I want to talk about it. So right now at this time, me and my husband are residing in two different states. I'm staying with my mother. He's staying with his mother. We are waiting for our house to be ready. So we're kind of separate right now and we really miss each other. So we had decided to, how about we meet halfway in the middle? My husband is staying in New Mexico and I'm in Colorado with my mother. So we decided that we would meet halfway in the middle. So I drove 5.5 hours and my husband drove maybe the equivalent of the same that I did. And just because I wanted to make sure that I kept my marriage spicy and that I'm not letting nothing come in between my closeness and my connection with my own husband. I miss him, he misses me, and he's my best friend. I didn't really realize that. I mean, I always knew my husband was, he's my friend, I love him, but I didn't realize he was like my best friend. And so my mother said it. She was like, you and your husband are like best friends. She's like, I hear y'all talk about everything. You're always on the phone with him. And I don't talk to anybody, like just anybody every day. I'm not the person that has to talk to the same person every day. But who I need to speak to every single day is my husband and my children. So I talk to my husband every day and I realize, she's right. He is my best friend. So my point is that I had to go see my best friend and spend some quality time. We both have needs and physically and emotionally. So we wanted those met. So what we did was we drove our different separate ways to come together to reunite, and it was actually not that long. It was like a day and a half, but that was good enough for me because we realized that we have to make our marriage a priority. We make everything else a priority. We make our jobs, our businesses, our children. Nothing wrong with these things, but you have to make sure that you prioritize because a lot of marriages are falling to the wayside because people been together for 15 years. I've been with my husband for about 20 years, maybe almost 21 years. So at that point, when you're with someone that long, people start getting complacent. Things start getting dry and stale. And you never want your marriage to go dry and stale. I understand that marriages go through seasons. There's seasons where it's really good and there's some seasons where it's challenging. But where you have to meet in the middle is that when you see your marriage slipping or you see they're not really paying attention to you or vice versa, you have to find ways to reignite that flame, reignite that candle. So we got together and we just had a really great time, and I just felt like I wanted to come on here and share that, not just my good time but your good time as well. Make sure that you are spending time with each other. I mean, that is really, really important. As life goes on, we have jobs and children, we're getting up and we're just doing the monotony of mundane task of just doing the same thing over and over. You get busy with raising children and wiping butts, and to the point that you almost forget, by the time your children grow up, you almost forget who your spouse was. You start playing like, you can start falling to this rut as making your spouse, man, if you're a man, your wife, and if you're a woman, your husband, you can start almost making them seem like they can be a roommate if you don't keep that fire kindled. When people have a good marriage, it's not by happenstance. People are, because they're so perfect. No. Ain't nobody perfect. It's two imperfect people coming together to bring again a union that God honors. So that means that they're going to need work and you're going to need work. My point to say is that nobody's perfect. When you see somebody who has a good marriage, it's because they actively worked on it. You have to actively work in your marriage. It's going to be a forever work. And I'm not saying it to be down. I'm saying that to be real with you. You're gonna have to work in a marriage. It's like any other relationship. It's the highest relationship that you can have. So don't forget about your husband. Don't forget about your wife. I know that we got our kids or our businesses, and we can put all of our like everything into that. But then when it comes to our spouses, we give them the tail end. Oh, I'm tired, or I don't feel like it. No, don't do that, because one day your children are going to get older. They're going to have their own lives, their own wives, their own husbands, careers, and they're going to leave. And then after they leave, what do you have? And if you didn't build it on a solid foundation, if you weren't constantly being in constant communication, constantly trying to date each other and reignite that flame, by the time your kids graduate or go to college or whatever they do, your relationship is going to be, nothing's going to be there. You're going to feel like, I don't even know this person. That's why sometimes people, when they get in like their 50s and 60s, when they should be really enjoying their marriage because they have no children at home, they wind up getting divorced because the times when they were raising kids or going to work or running businesses, they threw their relationship to the side. And don't ever throw your relationship to the side for anything. I mean, now God comes first, then your husband or wife, then your children. And yes, you heard me say that right. That is biblical, because your children, they wouldn't even be there if it wasn't for you and your spouse and God. So they were there before your spouse. So make sure that you're not putting your kids before your husband. Now, I know there's certain seasons where you may have to, if you have like a small newborn, or if the child is sick. I understand that. But just make sure that you are keeping the person that you got with, that you love so much, that you couldn't get off the phone with. You want to hear the last drop. You sleep? No, I'm not asleep. But you lying, because remember when y'all first started dating, you couldn't wait to speak to them. But now you can't stand them. They get on your nerve. No. Let's go back to the drawing board and remember what brought y'all together. I like what my mother said. She said to make sure that, yes, be fruitful and multiply, but be smart about multiplying, because if you have too many children, especially at the same age, you got a 1-year-old, a 3-year-old, a 4-year-old, a 5, it's going to be real hard. I'm not saying you can't do it. It's going to be real hard for you to have that intimacy that your relationship really needs. So be wise when you are multiplying. Be wise when you are doing that business or you are doing that career. Don't ever put nothing before your commitment, your covenant, which is your spouse. So I just want to make sure that you are bringing that into the forefront of your relationship. Keep it spicy with your husband. There's nothing wrong with wanting to look pretty and beautiful for your husband. I still get nervous when I don't see my husband for a while. I still giggle. I still like, oh my God, is he gonna think I look pretty today? Like, oh, like he just melts my heart. Now, again, I'm not perfect. He's not perfect, but he's perfect for me. And we're gonna continue to keep working at this. So guys, I hope this video was helpful. If this video left you better than you came, please leave a like, a comment, share the video. Also, if you are looking to keep your relationship spicy but you don't know where to start, I do offer life coaching. I'm also a personal stylist. I can help you with your wardrobe as well as other things, makeup as well. So remember to keep it spicy. I will leave all my contact information in the description box below. Please leave me any comments and I will be sure to reply to them as soon as possible. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Please make sure that you subscribe and hit that notification bell. That way you never miss a video from me. Until next time, make sure to keep it modest. Bye.